Now we are moving to the numerical part now today. So for that we have required set of some formulas here now. So yesterday I told there are set of some formulas is listed. You have to be memorize this all these formulas. Totally there are maybe 30 are there. So if without this formula you can't do any problem. That's why you have to memorize all these formulas. So first one is a pitch circle radius of pinion. Suppose r is equal to mt divided by 2, and pitch circle radius of the gear r is equal to mt divided by capital R is equal to mt divided by 2. So these are the formulas we already derived in the used in the derivations. Those final formulas they are listed here because this is based on this only we are going to solve the numerical problem. So therefore all these equations you have to be memorized well. And then addendum circle of the pinion means Ra is equal to R plus addendum. What is R small r means? It is pitch circle radius of the pinion. Similarly, addendum circle radius of the gear is Ra is equal to R plus addendum. What is capital R means? Pitch circle radius of the gear. And also if you want to find the pitch, circular pitch, that is PC, pi times of m. What is small m? Module. Then how to calculate module? Module is nothing but small d by t. That is d is the diameter of pinion, t is the diameter of the pinion. Sorry, number of teeth on the pinion. Small t means capital T means diameter of the gear, and capital T means number of teeth on the gear. So by this we can find the module for the pinion as well as gear. Suppose you want to find the diametral pitch for the pinion as well as gear means similar t by small t by d for pinion, for gear capital T by d. Similarly for base pitch, if you want to find out, then Pb is equal to pi m times of cos phi, where m is the module. Then gear ratio is capital T by small t. This is what already yesterday we used this. So where t is the again capital T means number of teeth on gear, small t refers to the for the pinion. So this, similarly angular speed of pinion omega 1 is 2 pi n1 by 60, where n1 is the speed. Angular speed of gear is 2 pi n2 by 60. Then rolling velocity, that rolling velocity v is equal to either omega 1 into small r for pinion, for gear it is omega 2 into capital R. Next, path of approach formula. This is what we derived yesterday. Ra is square minus r square cos square a whole to the power of 1 by 2 nothing but root minus r to the minus r into sine phi, where phi is nothing but pressure angle. And path of recess is small r a minus r square cos square phi minus small r sin phi. Then similarly length of contact, yesterday what we derived the same equation. Length of contact other way we can called as path sum of path of recess plus path of approach. If you find out it individually these two, and if you add it, you'll get the total length of path of contact. Similarly, if you want to find the length of arc of contact, then length of path of contact divided by cos phi you have to substitute. Then contact ratio. Contact ratio is nothing but length of arc of contact divided by circular pitch, that is PC. Similarly, next angle turned by the pinion when one pair is contact means when the pinion is going to be in a contact, then what may be the angle, how much angle is going to be turned, that we have to find out by using the formula length of arc of contact divided by 2 pi r times of 360. Similarly, angle turned through by a gear when one pair in contact. This is for pinion, this is for gear. What is the difference here? Here smaller will be there, here capital R. Now, sliding velocity at the point of engagement is omega 1 plus omega 2 into path of approach. Similarly, for the this is for engagement. Engagement means with respect to the path of approach it will take. Means when both teeth are in contact. Sliding velocity at point of disengagement. That means when they are going to be disconnect. That means path of recess will comes under the picture. So whereas in case of sliding velocity at the middle, that is pitch point. I can show you the figure here with respect to this figure only we derived. So this is here when these two gears are mesh, gear as well as pinion. MP we called as path of approach, PN is called path of recess, and point P is called pitch point. Therefore, at pitch point, the what is the sliding velocity will be there? That will be 0. That means there is no sliding velocity at that point. At that point, it is 0. So then this also yesterday we derived what is the minimum number of teeth on the gear to avoid the interference. Then capital T is equal to 2AW by 1 plus 1 by G sin square phi 1 by G plus 2 O to the power of root minus 1, where G is the teeth ratio, AW is the constant, addendum constant. Similarly, what is the minimum number of teeth should be there on the pinion to avoid the interference? So here small t comes in the picture, then the formula is this one. This also we derived yesterday. Now minimum number of teeth on the teeth for a pinion on the rack. This is rack and pinion. Suppose if the rack and pinion will be there, then what should be the pinion teeth should be there, minimum teeth to avoid the interference. Then that is a formula here, 2AR times divided by sine square 5. Then what may be the length of path of contact of the rack? Then rack means yesterday shown, day after before. Rack means it's in a linear nature. Rotary motion going to be converted into linear motion. For that track, what may be the minimum, what may be the length of the track should be there. Then you have to use this equation. Then involute function phi. Suppose inverse of this, you have to find out involute function phi means tan phi minus phi. You have to do it. Then what is maybe the thickness of the pitch circle? You have to find out means TP is equal to PC divided by 2. Similarly, backlash. If you want to find out, this is not we derived, but sometime they will ask you in exam means a direct formula you have to use it, but backlash not much they are going to ask. And one more is very important thing is when the length both gears having equal teeth, then what is the length of the contact become? Then the length of contact become this one. Suppose what may be the minimum number of teeth and gear on the gear as well as pinion to avoid the interference when having equal gear. Equal number of gear means nothing but number of teeth on gear equal to number of teeth on pinion. That T is equal to capital T is equal to small t. That means G become 1. And that case, this is what we derived yesterday. Hope you can remember that 2AW by 1 plus 3 sine square 5 1 by 2 to the power of 1 by 2 minus 1. So these are the total formula. Around minimum 30 have to be memorized at least. Then only you can solve the problems. Okay. So first problem, two mating gears with module of pitch 6 mm have 20 and 50 teeth of pressure angle is 20 degree and the addendum is 6 mm. Determine the number of pairs of teeth in contact. So this is the problem they asked in the year December 2016 and Jan 2017. So as usual procedure now, first what we need to do for all numerical problem, first step is we need to write the given data. So let me see one by one now. Two mating gear with module. First they given the module pitch, that is M is equal to 6 mm and have 20 and 50 teeth. That means here two mating gears. Suppose you consider two mating means one is the gear and another one is the pinion, because with respect to the derivation how we taken, in the same way you are taking the problem also. So which is having always minimum teeth, always pinion size will be small, therefore minimum teeth always present on the pinion. Therefore we need to take small t as 20 and capital T on the gear is 50. They are not mentioned which is pinion and which is gear teeth, but you have to be take by concept wise. Always pinion size will be smaller, therefore minimum number of teeth will be there always in the pinion, that is small t is equal to 20 and capital T is equal to 50 and pressure angle is 20 degree pi, that is, and addendum is 6 mm. You have to find the number of pairs of teeth in contact, means when these two are in contact, how many teeth will be contact, whether 1 or 2 or 10 or 20. That pair means it is when two teeth are in contact, then that is called a pair. Like that, how many teeth will be comes in contact when these two are made according to this dimensions what they given, that we need to find it. So therefore in order to find the number of pairs in contact, we have the formula like LAC by circular pitch. What is LAC short form they written? LAC is nothing but length of arc of contact. LPC is nothing but length of path of contact. So like that, the short form they are going to write. So therefore, in order to find this number of pairs of teeth in contact, this is the equation you have to use. LAC divided by circular pitch. That means PC you need to find and LAC you need to find. Circular pitch formula is pi times of M. Pi is constant, M is already the given module 6. But LAC we need to find. So what is the LAC? Length of arc of contact. This also we derived yesterday. In order to find this length of arc of contact, LPC, nothing but length of contact divided by cos phi, you have to do it. So that then means phi I know, but I don't know LPC. Then I need to find length of path of contact, means this is the equation I should use. Now here again, when you're find using the length of path of contact equation, you should be see first whether both gears having same teeth or it is not same teeth. So here it is not equal gear, it is both are having different teeth, therefore we need to take this equation. Here capital T is not equal to small t, therefore you need to take this equation. So therefore in order to find this RA means addendum circular radius of the gear, and small RA means addendum circle radius of the pinion. We need to find it. So let's find out that first addendum circle of the gear RA is equal to capital R plus addendum of the gear. What is capital R? Then I don't know that. I need to find what is capital R means pitch circle radius. So pitch circle radius R is equal to, we know that M capital T divided by T. M we know, T 50 divided by 2. If you do it, you'll get 150 mm. Therefore, we can find addendum circle of the gear is R plus addendum. Addendum already given 6. Therefore, you'll get 156 mm. Similarly, we need to find the addendum circle of the pinion. RA is equal to R small r plus addendum of pinion. Small r is nothing but MT divided by 2. T substitute as small t as 20. Then you get 60 mm. Addendum for pinion as well as gear, it is same. If it mention only one addendum means you have to take for both are same. Suppose if they given different addendum means, then you have to take the different addendum values. But here they mention only one value, that is 6 mm. Therefore, gear as well as pinion, you have to take for same value. So once you got RA and small RA plus capital RA, you have to substitute, then you'll get LPC, that is 29.32. 29.32. So here 5 values substitute in degree only, not in radian. Keep this in mind. So therefore, length of arc of contact, then you can be able to find out. So LPC got 29.32, then LAC become LPC by cos phi, will get 31.2 mm. Finally, we got LAC means finally we can able to calculate number of pairs in teeth in contact, that is LAC divided by circular pitch. LAC we know 31.2 and circular pitch PC is pi times of M, that pi times of 6, then you will get 1.65. Huh? 1.65. So that means that what is the meaning of this 1.6 number of pairs? How many number of pairs are there? 1.65. The 1.65 it is fraction is there. Usually pair means it is should be in a round figure. That means either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 like that. So therefore, according to this, approximately 2 pairs will be in contact. With respect to this length of contact, 2 pairs of teeth in contact. 2 pairs means there are 4 teeth. In pinion, 2 teeth, gears 2 teeth. Therefore, 2 pair will be in contact. So that is what they're saying here. So that's all the problem. For 8 or 7 marks will be there. Fine. We'll move to the next problem. All are we are discussing the video problems only. So standard full depth 14.5 gear have a module 5 mm. The pinion has 15 teeth and the gear has 60 teeth, and addendum is equal to 1 module. Addendum is equal to 1 module. That means 1 times of M. So show that gear will have interfere with the pinion, and second one, should the pressure angle be increased to eliminate the interference? So these are the 2 questions they're asking. Let me write the first data. Phi they given 14.5 degree. This is a standard pressure angle for the gear. 14.5 degree. You have to write like that only, 14 into half degree. And model they given 5 mm. Then pinion, number of pinion teeth on the pinion, small t is 15. Gear is 60. They clearly mention. Therefore, no confusion at all. You can write properly. And addendum is given as 1 times of module. 1 times of module nothing but 1 into M. M is how much? 5. Therefore, 1 into 5 become 5. Therefore, first question we need to say, show that the gear will interfere with the pinion. That means there is interference. That we need to show it. Let me see how to solve this problem. Okay. See what he's saying. We need to show gear will interfere with the pinion. That means there will be a interference going to be occur with the gear with the pinion. What is interference? As I told, when two gears are going to mesh, when teeth are going to overlap, or it going to be removed, when there's a damage the teeth or remove the material, that is called a interference. So therefore we need to show that there is a interference occurring. How to prove that? For that we derived already. We need to find what may be the minimum teeth on the pinion. If minimum teeth on the pinion, to avoid the interference, if this value is less than this what they given the pinion value of teeth 15, then definitely there is a interference occur. If it is more than that, means there is not interference going to be occur. So therefore we'll see that we are going to calculate manually minimum number of teeth should be there on the pinion to avoid the interference. Then the equation is small t is equal to 2aw g into 1 plus 1 by g sine square 5 1 by g plus 2 whole to the power of 1 by 2 minus 1. Then here aw means it is a constant. Always take aw not given means you take addendum constant as 1. Similarly, once you got this addendum, then we need to find g also. G means what? Gear ratio or teeth ratio. That is capital T divided by small t. 60 divided by 15. That is 60 divided by 15. That is equal to 4. Therefore, substitute all the values. Then what is the t value you'll get by simplifying this is 28.6 will approximately teeth always should be in a round figure, not 28 fraction. Therefore we need to go to the next point, that is 28 means next to the point, this one is round figure is 29. Therefore as given number of teeth on the pinion, how much they given? 15. But to avoid the interference, minimum should be on the pinion is 29. That means it is less than the given. Therefore definitely there will be a interference going to be occur. Therefore if you make 29 teeth on the pinion, then there is no interference going to be occur. That is the meaning of that. Next, second question, when the number of teeth on pinion t is equal to 15, find the pressure angle. That means second question is what they given actually is, we'll read it. Should the pressure angle be increased to eliminate the interference? That means from this we can understood that there is an interference going to be occur. So therefore in order to avoid this, I don't want to increase the number of teeth, but can I change the pressure angle? Let me see. To avoid that, what may be the pressure angle? Let's keep the pinion on the teeth is 15 only. Therefore what may be the phi value should be there? Actually phi value given 14 and a half. Therefore by using this definitely there is interference. Therefore I don't want to change the 15 now, the number of teeth now. Whether may be possible to change the pressure angle, then what may be the value we need to change? Using the same formula, in place of small t substitute 15 aw1, then here phi we have to be calculate now reversely. Therefore by simplifying this using a calci operation, if you calculate phi, you will get 20.314 pressure angle. Therefore if you increase to 14 up to 20.3 degree, then you can eliminate the interference of the pinion with the gear by keeping the same teeth value 15 and as well as gear value teeth is 60. That is the meaning of this second question. Understood? Understood? Hey, who is that?
లింక్
Mute
కాపీ చేసి
yourself.
పెట్టమను. ఇప్పుడు
A pair of spur gear has 16 teeth and 18 teeth. Module is 12.5 mm. Addendum is 12.5 mm. And a pressure angle is 14.5 degree. prove that gear have interference, determine the minimum number of teeth, and also velocity ratio to avoid the interference. So here we need to, there are three questions. We need to prove that gear having the interference. Second question is what may be the minimum number of teeth should be there to avoid the interference. That also we need to calculate. And finally, we need to calculate the velocity ratio to avoid the interference. So let's write the data now. Small t is equal to 16, capital T is 18, small m is module is 12.5, addendum is 12.5, pressure angle is 4.5. Therefore, using this, first question, is what is the minimum number of teeth? Because in not we need to prove the we have interference. If you want to find the interference means we should calculate minimum number of teeth on the gear, because they're saying that prove that the gear have the interference, then gear formula you should substitute. If you calculate this teeth value, if less than this given value of teeth, then there is interference. If it more than means definitely there is no interference. Therefore, as like in a previous case problem, but now on the gear we need to calculate. The formula we proved is t is equal to 2aw by 1 plus 1 by g sin square phi 1 by g plus 2 o to the power of root minus 1. Now we need to calculate g. G means gear ratio or teeth ratio. Capital T by small t, that is 1.1. And aw, so we know addendum circle is aw into m. Therefore you can substitute m value as well addendum value. Aw you will get 1. So usually aw almost it is 1 only will be there. Therefore you can get T, capital T, that is minimum teeth on the gear to avoid the interference, 25. Now what is the given teeth is on the gear is 18, but calculated is 25. Therefore definitely it is 25 is less than this one. Definitely there is an interference going to be occur. So therefore, in order to avoid this interference, what may be the teeth on the gear should be? The teeth on the gear should be, so they're saying that now to avoid the interference on the gear, the select number of teeth on the gear is 27. You can see 25.81 is there. The round of next value is 26, but they're not taking 26, they're taking 27. Why? They're saying the reason here. If 26 is selected, then the number of teeth on the pinion become fraction. How to calculate? How they it will get fraction? We know the capital T. If you selected 26, if you calculate the 26, then use the gear ratio formula. Small t is equal to t by g. 26 divided by g is 1.1. Then what is the value you will get? You will get in terms of fraction. That value I will tell you. Wait, I will calculate myself. So 26 divided by 1.125, 29.25 you'll get. So therefore, in manufacturing, you can't able to calculate like that. So you can't able to manufacture the 29.25 teeth. You always should be round up. Therefore, if you select 27, higher the value, not a problem, because it is not be less than the 25. It should be more than that. Then there is no interference problem. Therefore, 27 instead of 26, if I select 27, then you calculate number of teeth on the pinion. That is small t is equal to capital T by g. 27 divided by 1.125, then you'll get 24. Therefore, it is exact number will be there. Therefore, you can choose number of, finally you can choose minimum number of teeth on gear is 27, minimum number of teeth on the pin is 24, and gear ratio is 1.125 to avoid the interference. Therefore, this is a problem and very important one. Understood?